All right, so let's get into it proper. There was a guy on TikTok named Jamal who is I want to say he's UK, somewhere in that neighborhood. He ain't from here. But it seems like a nice enough guy. But I've come to question some of his review tactics and stuff like that, and we'll go over those in his TikToks here, because I have several from him and his reaction to the reactions that he has gotten. So we're all going to go on a little bit of a journey here. I hope you're all excited. Let's get it.
I'm giving Fantastic Four 0 out of 5 stars. The truth is, it's probably a 3-star movie, but I am begging you not to go and see it.
Okay, that is the ultimate crux of what all of this means to me. Where I'm coming from within this entire argument comes down to this first couple of seconds here. He says it's about a 3-ish kind of star, but he's a 0 and actively telling people not to go see the movie. Let's find out the logic.
So I'm giving it 0 out of 5 stars. I'll explain, okay? As a movie, it does lots of things really well. It does lots of things really badly too, and lots of things that are very confusing.
Okay, all right. Confusing is a weird word, but okay.
It's visually rich. It's actually quite beautiful in some moments, especially the more cosmic scenes. Some of the performances are brilliant. I think, is it Julia Garner? Anyway, she's great. Her as Silver Surfer, I bought. She's the best bit of the movie. She's way more intimidating than Galactus, and every scene, her speed and her ferocity in moments is superb. I don't buy Joseph Quinn. No,
I'll be honest with you. I think Joseph Quinn was probably my weakest point. It wasn't a large one or anything. I felt Johnny could have had just maybe a tiny bit more edge to him. I don't need to see the kind of X Games Johnny that we got in the Tim Story movies, but I would have liked to see Johnny have just a little bit more of a punk rock edge to him. That's just me.
Not only do I not buy him as the Human Torch, I also just don't buy him. And I loved him in Stranger Things, but this I'm like, oh, something's not working here.
I just don't like your face.
Boy. What else? They've also got like Natasha Leone and Paul Walter-Heiser, just sort of criminally underused.
I mean, they're criminally might be a wild word. They're a little underused for what their thing is, but at the same time too, it's like those are just kind of side stories, little remote characters and stuff like that. And I mean, what do you want to see from Mole Man? Do you need a backstory? Do you want to what does him and his wife eat for dinner? Is that what we're asking? That seems silly. So, and I agree. I feel like there's probably something with Natasha Lyonne's character that was probably on the cutting floor. He's probably correct in that. I would surmise, just kind of based upon what we see. We know John Malkovich shot some stuff in this, which completely ended up getting cut out. So you see him for half a second in the first trailer and everything, but that is exercised from the film and whatnot. So there's a decent enough chance that there's probably something on the cutting room floor, and they just wanted to kind of keep the train flowing there, which I understand, but I didn't feel so short-shrifted by those characters. They're fine.
The themes are so undercooked. Like, I don't know what the hell anything is saying at any point in time in this movie, but I don't care about any of that.
Well, listen, I don't know what it's trying to say, and I don't care. Always a good critique. Always a good critique to say, I don't know what it is, and I don't care. All right, well, let's see where we're going.
I'm going to let better men than me and better women than me talk about this movie. I am not here to critique this movie.
You literally started out this video by giving a score for the movie. That not a critique? It feels like a critique to me.
Okay? I am here to talk about what it represents, because I am...
Ooh, you see that? This means something to him. Whatever we're talking about here, this means something to him. He is passionate about this subject. I'm trying to figure out where we're going here, but this means something to him. That point to the chest, that tap, tap, tap like that, this means something to him. I don't know what it is, but we're going to find out.
Losing my mind. We all know that stories are essentially recycled, right? The familiar things around heroism and redemption and family and love. We've seen these things over.
Only a few arcs with which the modern story can be told from, to be quite frank. We all know that.
And over again in superhero movies, the hero's journey, the lot. None of this is new, and I'm not pretending that you can sort of reinvent the idea of story. Some people have tried, some people have succeeded, some people have failed. But watching this, you really feel it, right? This isn't storytelling. This is narrative stencil work.
Okay. I mean, again, I'm gonna let it simmer, and I'm gonna hear him out.
This is just new suits and new color schemes and a different CGI being, and no center, a hollow center at that. After I left the cinema, I googled something, and I've got it here. Right, let me
Okay.
read this to you. When Return of the King, the greatest trilogy maybe of all time, when that
Guess what, Jamal? Agreed. So at least we're on that page. At least we're on the same page, man. Lord of the Rings trilogy, best trilogy of all time. Unbelievable. Seen the extended cuts in the theaters back to back to back twice. Big fan. So, hey, I'm on your side for that, buddy. So at least that's what we need to do when we're discussing film and finding these other things and things that we disagree with folks on. What we always need to do is find out what we all agree on. Find some common ground that you can stand on and then work from there. We both are huge Lord of the Rings fans. Fantastic. Let's keep that in mind, and we're gonna move on from there, keeping that in mind.
trilogy, just 3 movies, when it ended, we waited 9 years before we got The Hobbit.
And it was horrid. What an awful time that was. Just going like, oh, it's not going to be him. Oh, okay, it's going to be Guillermo del Toro. No, well, it's going to be Sam Raimi. Oh, no. Listen, you have to do this movie, Peter Jackson. And he goes in like clearly with something at his head and just going like, all right. Then he gives us a half-baked Hobbit movie. So hopefully he thinks the same there.
We finished Return of the King, and then 9 years later, they said, you know what, let's return to that world. When Harry Potter wrapped, seven books, 8 movies, I believe, international phenomenon, it's got fans all over the world. 5 years between that and Fantastic Beasts.
I agree. We shouldn't be doing that either. I mean, honestly, it's worse than that. I'm going to go and say one worse than that is that they're doing the television show. I mean, we're not far off from the last movie and everything. Not really. What's it been? 10 years? Like, that's ridiculous, dude. That's such a short amount of time, and then you're just like, it's a tale as old as time. We're retelling it again. Doesn't make sense.
I even think that was a bit quick. Daniel Craig's James Bond ended in 2021. I think I got that right. That's when it came out. So it's been 4 years. They've got a director. They've still not even cast it yet, and we're going to be waiting. Do you see the point that I'm making here? Stories need space. Stories need
Agreed.
time. Stories need to end. Do you know how long we got after Endgame? Endgame was a decade long, that whole entire film series, 20-odd movies.
Yep.
Do you know how long they gave us? After one of the biggest accomplishments, one of the most powerful narrative achievements we've ever seen in cinema history. Do
I think it was 4 to 6 months.
you know how long we got? 2 months and 6 days.
Okay, it was even worse. I thought it was probably 2 months. I was giving a little bit of a benefit of a doubt because I was like, maybe I'll be off. That seems like that would be ridiculous. But at the same time, not overly surprising.
That's all they gave us to grieve it, to miss it.
It really was a shame, and he's absolutely correct with this, and I've talked about this on the channel previously, is that I think the time that ended cinema kind of as we know it, and we're going into a different section of cinema at this point, as far as like superhero movies and stuff go, is Endgame. Endgame was finished, and it felt like everybody was relieved. Everyone was set for things to be done, and like you said, we wanted kind of a break. We wanted a breather. And we didn't get one. And the things that came out subsequently have all suffered from it. And I think we've seen that time and time again. He's not wrong. He's not wrong in this facts. And so and we're going to talk about some subsequent videos and stuff like this because he starts to break down a little bit after this. But we'll keep going on this one.
We never had a chance to miss it. This is not an anti-superhero movie rant. I saw Superman, and despite my issues with it, and there are flaws in the back end, I loved it. Superman is at least attempting to reinvent how we tell superhero stories.
It's the same bloody thing, dude. You're wrong. You're wrong there. It's the same thing. Like, I can look back at that. It's exactly formulaic. It's just got a little bit of the James Gunn stank on it, which I enjoy. I think most people enjoy it. The box office certainly says that we all enjoy it. But I don't know if I can go down that exact same alley as you, because like Superman it's the same. It's the same as it's always kind of been. It's just it's a slightly different take on it. And I don't know what his relationship with Fantastic Four is. But again, for the most part, no one saw the last Fantastic Four movie, the Josh Trank Fantastic Four film. It's not great, but it's not as bad as everyone says. We've talked about it on the podcast. It's, 3/4 of an okay movie. Not a great movie, but an okay movie. I can't let you go through and be like, oh, Superman is doing something way different. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the same bloody thing. You just like one more than the other. And that's fine. That's totally cool. If you're more of a Superman guy than a Fantastic Four guy, that is A-okay, man. I tend to be a Fantastic Four guy. That's just me. It's a weird family that I grew up in. My dad loved Fantastic Four, and I kind of became a fan of it as I became a fan of the majority of things my dad likes. Nerd culture and all that kind of bullcrap. It's the same thing, brother. It's the same thing.
In a different way than we have been used to them. The MCU can't do.
Hey, we got rock songs in it. We got James Gunn rock selections. So it's new and different than we've ever seen before. Honestly, it's the same. It's the same. What do you call it? Formula, for lack of a better word, that James Gunn used in the Guardians movies and stuff like that. It's the same bloody thing, man.
Do that. End this nightmare already. It's incapable of letting the cash cow rest. We are just draining this until the point that there's no meaning in any of these stories.
I agree, but I agree that they are draining it to the point. But here's the thing: this is the wrong hill for you to die on. Fantastic Four is not the Marvel film that you want to take a dump on. You know, I did see some Thunderbolts, so I'm not going to talk to that. But any of the previous stuff after Endgame that you want to talk about and compare to and say that it is that kind of slop where they need to really stop, but they need to pump the brakes here and figure something out, I'll agree with that statement 100%. Fantastic Four is doing what Marvel should be doing and should have been doing for quite some time now. And the same thing goes for Superman. When you start applying things appropriately, i.e. make them more like the comics. People don't want to hear that sometimes, but if you make them more like the comics, guess what? Shock of all shocks, sons of bitches, they work. The Fantastic Four works because they just took the elements of the comic and made them into a movie. Now, you might not have enjoyed the movie to a certain degree, but again, if you go back to the beginning, he gave it a good enough review, but my problem with all of this, and we'll see. I'm not sure really, because what his subsequent videos will be here at this point, because he does break down a little. But I mean, I agree with your statement that they need to do better, but this one is not that hill that you need to die on, man. It doesn't make much sense. This one is good. Pick one of the crummy ones. You want to point to a Madam Web? Point to a Madam Web. You want to point to even Captain America? Whatchamadoodle? The new one with Anthony Mackie. What was the name of that flick again? They changed it like 5 times. Anyways, that movie was kind of crap. You know, put this review to that, and I will 100% get on board with you. But you went and picked the thing that's actually decent. Oops.
If you don't let a story end, it just stops being one.
What do you talk like again? To some degree, I agree with that, but like, when's the last time again, take Josh Trank off the table because nobody saw that film. Everyone looked at it and said, this is going to be crap, and for the most part, it kind of was. But take that off the equation. What are you talking about?
And if you don't believe me, just listen to what they have to say about this.
Who's they? Oh.
But a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
Yeah. I think that was a Joss Whedon line. You wanna hang your hat in a Joss Whedon line, do you? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, not a good look. Listen, I agree. I agree to a point that they need to kind of slow things down. Unfortunately, with the success of Superman and Fantastic Four, there's no chance of that happening. So the only thing that we can do at this point is to hope that what we do get is good. To demand a higher level of product from the people that have been feeding us slop for a while. Maybe we should go up and say, hey, could you season this with something, please? We'd enjoy a little bit of flavor. And you know what? Sometimes you get a Fantastic Four and you're like, that was a delicious meal. Hopefully we can continue to have these things, but it depends on how good either one of them wants to do it. And here's the thing, man. DC could be dropping the ball at any possible second as well. So don't think that they, are going to be bulletproof with this because of James Gunn. That's certainly not. James Gunn ain't a bulletproof man. I don't care what anybody says. Let's see what his second part is, because he's been getting, as you might imagine, certainly with that opening remark and everything, he's getting some backlash for this. And I think I know where he's going to go with some of it, of people not watching his entire video, because his entire video is fucking long, dude. It's annoyingly long. You go on forever, and somebody who goes on forever and says nothing, believe me, I know something about it. Your video is far too long, bro. I say that. This is going to be a 2-hour video tonight, so what am I even talking about? We're through one video. We're 24 minutes into the show.
It 0 out of 5.
Yeah, you didn't watch the movie.
And you didn't watch my video.
He didn't. He didn't watch the video, clearly. But let's see what his defense is.
Imagine getting on camera just to prove my point. Imagine.
This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like right here. This snobby bullshit. Then don't respond to his. Then don't respond to his video. Then don't respond to it. If he didn't watch the video and you know he didn't watch the video, then don't respond to it. That's fine. What this catty shit? Just like, yeah, I'm gonna this clapback. What's that about, dude?
Getting on camera, being too afraid to tag me, trying to disagree with me, and then you end up just.
Hey Jamal, I tagged you in this video, didn't I?
Prove my point. This was the point I was making. I gave the movie review. I said 3 out of 5. I went through all the reasons.
But the problem was, Jamal, is that you said it was a 0 out of 10. Your review of it is invalid because you invalidated it the sentence after you said it. You said, oh, it's 3 out of 5 stars. I thought they did a pretty decent job. But I'm going to say it's 0, and I don't want you to watch it, and I'm encouraging you not to watch it. That is anti-art, and that is bullshit.
Why it was 3 out of 5. I could have gone deeper, but then I got to the heart of what my message was, and I said, hey, these movies are degrading us. They're affecting.
Nah, listen, you did, but here's your problem, bruv. You took 45 minutes to say it.
Our ability, affecting our comprehension skills. They're depleting our attention span.
Yeah, because your video is friggin' long, bro.
And then you proved me right. You got on camera and you proved me right.
But here's the thing, Jamal, let me tell you something. If you would have gotten that video in like a minute and a half, your point would have been made across. But you kept rambling and it didn't get there. So I think this is on you, bud.
Right. You didn't really deal in the core of the argument.
You didn't listen to my 45-minute diatribe on this shit. And he won't listen to all of mine on this. He won't come to this page and listen to anything that I'm saying. So I'm listening more than you are, Jamal, so just so you know.
You just ran straight to he doesn't know anything about comic books. Like, you proved me right.
Well, yeah. Because if you didn't find things to enjoy in that Fantastic Four movie, chances are you aren't a Fantastic Four fan. But I mean, the box office numbers say it. Somebody did. People that I when I walked out of the movie, I was like, man, I know I like that as a Fantastic Four fan, but I don't know how other people are going to feel about it. Turns out other people quite enjoy it a bit as well. So good. You didn't like it, and that's fine. Who cares? But you actively saying, don't go watch it because me no likey. That's stupid.
One of my favorite universes is the DC animated universe, and I love.
That says a whole bunch. Garbage.
I love the.
But guess what? I've watched half of those things. You want to know why, Jamal? Because HMP Volume 1, over 560 episodes of movies and television shows, solely superhero things. So I feel like I have a little bit of a leg to stand on, having done a superhero movie podcast for a decade, covering every single major one and damn near every minor comic book movie and television show out there. Feel like I got a little bit of a standing on this. And here's the thing. It's the best Fantastic Four that we've ever gotten, and you're crying up a hill because you don't want people to go see the other Marvel movies that suck. You took Brave New World and you fused it on to Fantastic Four or something. I don't know what's going on.
The way that it ends and it goes from Apocalypse and then they move into a new universe, they change the cast. There's a whole new visual aesthetic. My argument about the MCU is that it can't do that. It's so hamstrung by this very specific design.
You just invalidated your own self right there because we're on the 816 in this one. It's a completely different thing altogether. For the thing that you're now bitching about, guess what? They went different. They're telling a story different than what we've seen before. You can watch Fantastic Four First Steps and not have to have seen anything previously Marvel. This is the first standalone movie they've had in a long ass time. Enjoy it. Because it's all going to get melded together and bullcrapped really quick. Why don't you enjoy the 3 seconds that we've got where we can have a Fantastic Four film that just stands alone on its own? It's beautiful. And you want to just go 0 out of 5 stars because me no like a rumph. No.
And we all know this because we can all see it in Fantastic Four because it's been chopped up by the studio. It has been neutered. It has been turned.
Again, I don't want you talking out your ass about things that you don't know, my friend. There are edits and stuff that goes through there, but you coming out and having this kind of very broad statement of they're chopping it up, they're doing all, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. This is right out of your butt. They've done it, but you don't know anything about it. You're just making stuff up at this point, bud. Come on.
Into something that fits the visual aesthetic of the MCU. And so my argument is what that's doing to us as a viewing audience and the way that is.
Don't go watch the movies. You don't like them? Don't watch them. Don't review them. If you think Fantastic Four is an utter turd and you don't want people to watch it, here's the best way to make that happen. Shut your mouth. Shut up. That's how you get people to not watch the movie. You don't talk about it. You made 1 million videos off of this thing, dude. You want people to go see this movie, I guess. I don't know. Because if you really hated it and you really didn't want people to go see it, you shut up. You wouldn't say nothing. But it gets you content. I mean, hey, shit, it's getting me content right now. Am I right?
Reforming our brains. We can't really see nuance. We're not really great at...
Some people aren't, but here's the thing, my guy. The world is full of dum-dums in other words that I was about to get banned for if I said them on the stream, so I didn't. Look at me. I'm growing up. And sometimes you just got to let those people go, my guy. Sometimes you just got to let those fish go. Not everybody's going to learn. Not everybody's going to be smart. There's going to be a lot of dumb people out there. I told my niece and nephew this all the time. I was just like, listen, the world is full of stupid people. And for a while there, they couldn't hear the word stupid because the schools are just like, you can't say stupid anymore, which I'm like, well, that's stupid. There are tons of stupid people out there. And you know what? There's not a whole heck of a lot you can do about them. Sometimes you just got to suffer the fools that are out there. And you know how you do that? You tune them out. You've probably tuned me out by this point.
Unique storytelling anymore. We're folding into these beings that are only capable of taking in one type of film.
Yes and no. Again, this is a whole nother argument right here. That's an entire video in and of itself. I don't know that I want to go down, what Hollywood should and shouldn't be making and how much they should and shouldn't be spending and stuff like that. Again, that's a whole nother ball of wax, but we're just talking about what people enjoy and you enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, here's a hint, don't watch it.
And I've just did another video and you can see how that's affected movie-going habits over the last 20, 30, 40 years. You look at all the top-grossing movies. I'm not going to do this again for you. What?
If you want to go back to it, look at the other ones, but I'm not going to rehash my other 8-minute videos. Small bites, baby. Small bites. Even this video is going on long as hell. I gave you another video after this. I think I've effed up.
Is going on? You got on camera and proved my points. Your comprehension skills and clearly your attention span are gone.
First of all, you're in a vertical video format where people are swiping a mile a minute. You are slow on your delivery and your time takes forever to get to the end. Brother, know your audience. Know your audience, because I don't think you do. I don't think you know who's out on TikTok. When I make TikTok videos, dude, I try to keep them under a minute long, under 30 seconds, really. 30 seconds or less, just because guess what? People are stupid, bro. People are dumb. They have no sense of a span of attention or anything, certainly on TikTok. But me, I'm watching all of it. I'm watching all your videos. You can see me watch all of them and react to them. So you are getting a full and unfettered opinion here.
You spent the whole thing saying he doesn't know anything about comic books. That's not what my video was about.
My video was complaining about the movies that I don't like, and it's like instead of not going to them, I bitch about them on the internet. Is that what we're working with here? You want to complain about this, brother. You want to complain about this. This fuels you.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. No, I'm not done. I'm here forever. I'm here forever.
No, he is here forever. I got another video after this one.
I'm here forever.
he keep on going, don't he? Let's go to the next one.
I'm giving Fantastic Four 0 out of 5 stars. Is it love or is it blind loyalty?
Listen, see, now that he's getting called out by other people and saying, hey, listen, you're a bitch for just saying 0 stars when what you really mean is 3 stars and you're being a dick about it. Now he gets super offensed. He puts that offense up. Look at him. Got the arms crossed there. He's like, hey, I'm serious. I'm standing in front of my really big poster that I'm super, super proud of because it's in every one of my videos. I know you love the poster, man. It's so cool that you love it. But my word, what a background. What a background that's always there. Boom. Everything does have meaning. It does.
Every time I critique something that you claim to love, the sycophants flood the...
Brother, give me 10 minutes. I can find out what you love and squeeze the joy out of that for you so fast, it'll make these Marvel guys look like Boy Scouts. Come on. Come on now. You're getting so upset at this. Don't you dare for a second. Don't you dare for a second tell me that you wouldn't get all walloped and crazy if I started going after some things that you enjoyed. I bet you money.
Comments, right? Drake's been off his game for a decade.
Drake sucks ass and has never been good. Here's some real hot takes real fast, everybody.
Sure, the Marvel machine is turning out soulless slop.
It was for a good while. Guess what? You actually finally got a movie with some actual soul in it, and then you said 0 out of 5 stars, don't watch it. Oh, I meant 3, but really I mean 0. Pick a lane.
Just ask the fandoms to consider something deeper about like anything, and like here they come.
And ask anyone that considers themselves an intellectual to have fun for 5 seconds and they can't do it. You could take Jamal here to Disney World, and I think that he would have just a flat face the entire time. Not impressed. All the children, the whimsical things that are going around, don't care for it. That's the vibe I get. I don't know, man. People could just have fun liking the crap that they like. Listen, and I thought about it and I didn't do it. I wanted to bring in a full handful of like DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff to show you the dichotomy of my collection, just to show you that people can like different things. I can like Ichi the Killer, and I can also like The Godfather. I can like, I can like Reservoir Dogs, and I can like, Mac and Me, or whatever it is. You can like good stuff, and you can like absolute tripe and garbage as well. And it all kind of depends on how much fun you're willing to have. And you know what? Some people don't know how to have fun. Perhaps that's Jamal. I don't know.
Capes on, and they're screaming, la 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 la. That's their whole defense. La 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 la. That's it.
That seems like your defense here because, all right.
But I'm not annoyed. I'm just going to make you go deeper.
I'm not annoyed. I just keep making these videos where I'm very, very furious with people that are screaming at me. Come on, man. You're not mad. You're not frustrated at all. You are frustrated as all. Get out here, man.
All know that Fantastic Four would not have landed nearly this well in phase 2 or 3. It's just not that good a movie.
No, it is that good of a movie. The problem is it probably would have done well in there because, again, it is better than those other movies. They actually seem to care on this movie. Maybe it's going back to things that you don't know, but this was the most comic book accurate Fantastic Four that there's ever been. The characterizations were so dead on correct as to be almost unrecognizable compared to their previous cinematic counterparts. They did a fantastic job, no pun intended, and you're upset about it. That's fine. But let other people have their fun, man. And I don't disagree that things need to continue to be better. But again, you're dying on the wrong hill. Die on the hill of a shitty Sony movie or something like that, Die on the fifth tread piece of bull crapper. And again, I didn't see Thunderbolts, but, crap on something like that. I heard it was decent, but I couldn't say. Because after 10 years of comic book movies, I did stop reviewing solely comic book movies because we were indeed tired of them. They are all over the place. And again, I've been doing it a lot longer than most other folks have. So, again, I feel like all right, I'm wasting too much time.
There are literal stills from the trailer that just aren't in the final cut. There's so many of them.
Oh my God. Is Homie complaining that the trailer had things in it that the movie didn't have in it? Is this for real the avenue that we're going down right now? Is this what we're saying? This is your complaint. You know what I watched? I watched a teaser trailer, and then I didn't watch anything else past that day until I watched the movie. And you know what I did? I enjoyed the movie. I had a good time. I let myself be taken away on a cinematic journey. Maybe you want to have a bad time when you go to the movies. I like having bad times at the movies. It's good stuff, I like some challenging things, but I also like stupid slop. I'll go watch some documentary, and I'll also watch a Michael Bay film. I don't give a shit. I like movies, bro.
Scenes have been clearly removed if you watch this movie.
Why? That again, you cannot judge a movie on the movie that you thought it was going to be. I don't care who you are. That is, you have to judge a movie on the movie that you have received, not the movie that you thought you were going to get. Doesn't work like that. Because I got news for you. Whatever movie you make up in your head is not the movie that you're going to see on the screen. And as Lewis Black once said, I'm going to paraphrase, if you see in your head the movie on screen that was exactly what was inside of your head, kill yourself. That's what Lewis Black said.
Whole thing is chopped and neutered and over-edited by the machine that birthed it. And so, yeah, when we
over-edited? What are you talking about, bro? Now you're just pulling stuff out your ass to seem smart. It's over-edited. Bruv ain't edited anything in his life save for a TikTok, so not for nothing.
talk about these movies, we should talk about them in the framework of that machine, because none of this lives in a vacuum, people.
It can. It can. I saw Fantastic Four in a vacuum this past weekend. I saw it. I saw it in a vacuum. Cause guess what? It didn't have any impact on a previous Marvel film or a future one. It can all be contained in one thing. If I never see another Marvel film, if I never see another Fantastic Four film, guess what? I saw a good one. If I fucking end it right here and I don't watch any Fantastic Four from this point on, guess what? I'm going home with a good memory. Now, they're probably going to ruin it. But that's, right now, though, right now, in this moment, I got a good FF movie and I'm happy with it.
And yet here you all are defending it like it's some sort of sacred scripture. You don't love it. You don't love it, not like I.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. That's how things work. Sometimes you're going to be more passionate about some things than other people are going to be passionate, and vice versa. That's how it works. It's surprising to me that people don't understand how life works sometimes, isn't it?
Do. Not like the rest of us out here willing to engage with that kind of critique. See, I love what it could be. I love its place in a healthy cultural diet. I believe in its potential.
See, now this is putting on airs bullshit to make you believe that he believes the things that he's saying right now, because he doesn't. You don't want these movies. You only want them in the way that with which that you want them. And I get that. We're all greedy, selfish people. And you only want the things that you want in the way with which you want them. Fair. Guess what? That was how this Fantastic Four movie was for me. It gave me exactly what I wanted from a Fantastic Four movie. Again, as a fan of the Fantastic Four, I feel like I had pretty good standing on that to kind of talk about it. It doesn't seem you are. And again, I'm sure there's things you're passionate about that I could give two shits. I don't know what cricket is.
And that's why I hold it to a standard. But you
now you're getting here, big boy. All right, so here's the deal. You're saying that other people don't hold the standard? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? The only reason that the Fantastic Four is as good as it is because they have heard our sighs of woe. We are mad and we were continually getting slop. We got pissed about it, and guess what? They decided to change it up a little bit and, I don't know, do something good. Don't act like we're all I'm not saying that there aren't sycophants that exist. There certainly are that are diehard for, oh my God, have you met a diehard DC fan? Whew. If you think diehard Marvel fans are bad, diehard DC fans are an absolute other level. At least Marvel fans can admit that there's some bad stuff in there. DC super fans, oh my God, they still think they're cooking.
love the comfort. You love the routine. You love the serotonin drip.
Yeah, that's what the movies are, my friend. That's what the movies are. For a lot of people, that's what the movies are, especially when it comes down to summer blockbusters. That's what the doctor ordered. Those movies tend to do well at the box office. Look at the box office right now. Superman, Fantastic Four. Look at it from a couple years ago with movies like Top Gun. People like to feel good at the movies, bud. Listen, I like watching sad, drecky stuff too, but people like having a good time more than anything.
You love it like a child loves a nightlight. And
See, all right. See, it's this little needling shit that he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing because he wants more engagement, and he's getting it. He's getting it. I'm making a whole ass video on him. It's funny though, dude. He's funny.
Sucking their thumb as they go to bed.
Listen, from a culture that eats beans as one of their main staples of food, y'all ain't got no place to be talking about baby food out here. Come on now.
all because it helps you sleep. When something you love starts slipping, you say something.
How's Doctor Who doing? How's Doctor Who? You like Doctor Who, do you? Is that good? It's not, by the way. Doctor hasn't been good since Matt Smith left. Not really.
If you actually love it, you challenge it. You'd ask more of it. You don't defend its...
No. I didn't walk out of this Fantastic Four movie asking for a whole bunch of things, because you know what? Shock of all shocks, for those of us who are actual fans of Fantastic Four, it delivered on what we wanted. So if it delivers on what we want, do we scream, why didn't you give me more? When you go to a restaurant and you have a very nice meal in front of everything and you finish it up and all that stuff, and the server comes back and says, oh, how was everything? Do you just go, not everything was to my liking. Get out of here, dude.
Mediocrity or soullessness.
The potatoes were mediocre at best.
Like it's tradition. But most importantly, you question whether it's time for it to end. I say
No. Listen, we've all questioned these things. Again, I'm not saying that there aren't sycophants out there, and maybe that's the only people who he's dealing with. Perhaps that's the case. I'm not saying that it's not. It could be. But most of us want good things. And we weren't getting them for a very, very long time. That's why H&P went over to H&P Volume 2. Because we were kind of tired of superhero films falling off the face of the planet and being not so hot. They've been pretty crummy for a while. A good long while. Again, we reviewed damn near 600 of them.
The art's declining. I say the audience is dulling. And you all prove me right every single time.
See, and again, as an asshole who also believes that he's right in everything he says and does, I can see my kind coming from a mile away. I know what you're doing. And see, I was right all along. No, you weren't. You said 0 out of 5 stars on a movie that you actually gave 3 stars because you don't care. Like, you decided to make your review not about the movie itself, but about the overall culture of movies, specifically comic book and superhero movies. That's not fair. It's not a fair comparison. It's not a fair rating. It makes you seem like you're disingenuous. And quite frankly, and again, I'll say it, anti-art. When you don't, you may not agree with the art that is out there, but if you are actively telling people, do not go and seek out art, even art that you don't like or you disagree with or you actively disagree with, if you were telling people to actively not seek out art, you're a turd. That's a turd thing to do.
With the same recycled insults. Oh, how can I be different today? Oh, here comes the guy who always complains about things. None of you ever say anything new, and it's because you never have anything new to say.
Jamal, this has been a 30+ minute video for you, bud. I hope you've learned something today.
You're not defending the art. You're proving it's decaying, and you're not defending the audience. You're proving it's brain dead. Look.
I only watch the good things. You watch the bad things. I watch the good things. I am correct. You are wrong. Don't you hear the accent?
At Kanye West, the man had to go full Nazi before you guys were like, hey, maybe he's not as misunderstood as we all thought.
I always thought Kanye sucked. I thought Kanye sucked. I hate his robot voice. You name it, all the way back. You name it. From the debut of Kanye, I always thought he was trash. Just trash. His political opinions, that's even worse. But just the music itself has been trash from the jump.
Look at this person who disagrees with me, by the way.
And I fundamentally disagree with
Look at this person. What kind of effed up talk is that, dude?
him on the quality of that scene. But when I read those comments, I almost wanted to side with Jamal more. It almost radicalized me. It's crazy how many people
I found the one dumb that agrees with me. Check him out.
People are willing to just consume an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of content and not give it a single second thought.
This is clingy boyfriend behavior, people. Desperate to keep a...
Jamal, you've made 4 videos out of this. Now, granted, I've been talking about it for 40 minutes, so, who the F am I?
Partner who doesn't love you anymore, to the point that your own supporters don't want to back you. The spark is gone, people. Let it go. Look, if you don't believe me, let's just take a look at the data.
Listen how long your fucking videos are, my guy. This is unbelievable. Chop it down. You get mad that people aren't watching your entire videos. You're out here making Gone with the Wind, my friend.
1965, the top grossing films are The Sound of Music, Dr. Zhivago, Thunderball, a
Half of those are David Lean projects.
musical, a historical romance, a spy film, some variety, some originality.
Again, we're off on a different topic here. If you want to talk about the staleness of Hollywood, we can. This is a different thing. You're combining two subjects into one because it makes you excited or something, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
Some range. The list goes on like this. You jump 30 years forward to 1995, and yeah, we're getting the beginnings of something more commercial, sure, Batman Forever, Toy Story, but there's still space for, like, Apollo 13.
Listen, there are spaces for all of these things out there. I've got news for you, Jamal. If you aren't finding movies out there that are not kind of outside of this realm of superhero movies and other mainstream things, guess what? You're not looking, bud. You're not looking. There's plenty of stuff out there. Talk about those things. Keep Marvel out of your mouth if it's something that you're not interested in. It's fine that if you're not, who gives a shit? Preach on about the things that you're interested in, you know? Instead of just going down a rabbit hole of just trying to patch up your work of, like, frankly, just being anti-art.
And Crimson Tide, some spectacle, yeah, some substance, still asking something of its audience. Now, 2022, when this article that I found these images from was obviously written, we have Top Gun Maverick, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Avatar The Way of Water. The entire list is sequels and spin-offs and IP.
Those are the main things. And I'm not going to sit there and say that, like, smaller films couldn't do more, but here's the thing. Those movies are out there. Those movies are available. And you know how you get those movies out there in the eyeballs of more people, Jamal? You start talking about those movies and stop talking about Marvel movies. Be the herald of good movies, my friend. If that's what you want to be, if that's the kind of, you know, if that's the perch that we're on here, if that's what we're telling out to the crowd, that I watch better things than you, show us. And shut up about the things that you don't care about. It's that easy. I like, there are certain things I don't give a shit about and I don't talk about them. Why? Because I don't care. I don't care. You're not going to find me talking about things that's just a waste of my time that I don't give a crap about. If I don't have any feelings or any thoughts on it, I'm not going to waste my time on it.
And children's fare. There's no variety to this.
It's all children's fare. I'm smarter than everyone. We get it, bud.
There's no challenge. There's no risk. There's no original story.
There are. You're just not watching them. Now, if your complaint is that they aren't higher in the box office, I will agree with that statement, but that's not the statement that you're making here, at least not overtly.
Here's the kicker. The population of the US is 1.5 times bigger than it was in 1965. So we have more people, and yet fewer are going to the cinema.
Yeah, there's tons of reasons about that. It's not just the Marvel movies. If anything, the Marvel movies are one of the few things that are actually keeping theaters alive right now. Again, I'm not going to get into this because this is a whole nother video. I've talked about it on several other occasions of the what's kind of wrong with the industry and stuff right now. But that's a completely separate argument. Again, the argument that you're making here is ultimately, I am anti-art. Don't go watch something that I don't like. That's stupid. You can, again, disagree with something that you don't like, give fair critiques, but you can't just all of a sudden take a dump on something because you don't like the vibe in the room.
Don't tell me this new era is thriving just because it's profitable, which I know you're all obsessed with these movies.
Don't care.
This isn't growth. This is consolidation. I say all of this because movies and art and culture, they do not exist in a vacuum.
They can. They can. They absolutely can.
They shape an entire cultural diet.
They can. They can do all of these things. Why can they not? Why can't it be both?
They shift what studios make. They shift what audiences expect. They flatten the spectrum of storytelling. And those of you who can't see it, and those of you who won't...
But again, that's a matter of opinion, brother. It's a matter of opinion.
Don't see it. I am desperately trying to wake you up because this isn't...
Again, he's coming here as your savior. This is your savior here. It's not you. It's not you figuring out what you like and coming to terms with art that you enjoy. It's this guy who's coming to save your dumb self from all of the stupid movies that you like. You know, I like Merchant Ivory and I like Trauma. You know what I'm saying? You can be many things.
Love anymore. This is codependence.
Ugh, thank God we are done with Jamal. But Jamal, listen, man, you're not incorrect that the world needs a little bit of upkeep as far as like all of these movies and everything go. I agree. I think they all need to be better. You just chose the wrong one to jump on and start poo-pooing. If you'd have said that about Brave New World, which you wouldn't, because let's be honest, Anthony Mackie's black and you can't say anything bad about him. Sorry, it's kind of the truth. You can't be like, that movie sucked. Guess what, kids? The movie sucked. And it's not Anthony Mackie's fault. Quite frankly, he did his best job as he could with that. And it was just garbage. It was just garbage. That's all it was, They tried and they failed, and on the reshoots and stuff, you can tell where Harrison Ford's pissed because he's got to go in for reshoots because he's mad at the beginning of the movie, and then he's acting really, really well. And then he's back to mad again. So you can tell when all the reshoots are because he looks angry and whatnot. Listen, I'm kind of done with Jamal right now. I understand where he's coming from. Jamal, as you can see, I have watched your entire video and commented on it very much so. There's no way in hell that you, sir, will take the time to watch this entire video and give your rebuttal thoughts to it. And frankly, I don't suspect you should. You shouldn't. You shouldn't watch this. You shouldn't respond to me because if you do, you'll just be validating me. So don't.